Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, the Knight of Justice, back again with another video. In this video, we're going to be doing something different on the channel. We're going to be doing an actual what if on a character. Now I plan to do like more of these down the line if this one gets a lot popular or a lot more likes, and if people like this kind of thing to do. So if you like what if things or what if situations for a character, hit the go down in the comment section and give me a shout. So, for this video, we'll be doing what if Kratos got his hands on the All Black, the Necrosword, the killer of gods, basically the sword that kills gods. So, we're going to be just giving Kratos the Necrosword and see how more effective he would be in the God of War universe. Now, before we get on with the video, let's just give a brief synopsis on what the Necrosword is. Okay, so the Necrosword was made by the Semitic god known as Null during the beginning of time when light came into existence. When the Celestials came to Null's darkness void, Null was angry by this intrusion upon his home, so he looked deep into the darkness and pulled out the unforged All Black and proceeded to literally cut one of the first hosts' head off, Eson the Searcher. After this, he was banished by the rest of the celestial group back into the void, which really didn't bother him at all since, he killed one of the first hosts. They really couldn't do much to him but just banish him back. So in doing so, this was pretty much good for him. See, he just used Eson the Searcher's head as a forge and forge his All Black and go out his years of slaying gods throughout creation until he eventually made his way into the world of Gore, where Null seemingly died and Gore stole his weapon and used it to do a similar task. This is where we go into the God of Thunder run, when Gore is one of the main protagonists of this run, and modern Thor, young Thor, and old King Thor fight him in the future to stop him from killing gods throughout all time. But now we got that little out of the way, let's get into what the situation would be, or how the situation will play out if Kratos got the Necrosword. So what we're going to do is say the Necrosword just somehow found its way in the God of War universe, and we're going to take this place in God of War 3, where the real carnage begins. Actually, one of my favorite games in the God of War series, and I kind of want to see how this will play out, him killing the various gods in the Greek pantheon. So, let's say Kratos got the All Black when he fell into the underworld after he attempted to conquer or take down Olympus. Athena gives Kratos his improved Chaos Blades, but she also finds a mysterious dark weapon that holds great power, the light which she's never seen. When Kratos gets this power, this All Black, he feels untold power, the likes of which he's never had, but this also is where the corruption starts to take place little by little. Kratos had a similar experience of corruption before, but for the sake of this video, we'll just say that the sword just takes him over time, just to show how to make it a little more fun for the story. So when the weapon is handed to Kratos, Kratos would gain new abilities, and also his power would increase the more gods he's killed, since the All Black plus the wielder gets stronger the more blood of gods or the constructs kills it, strengthens the sword along with the host. A good example of this is when Gore was fighting 3 Thors, right? And he was being overwhelmed for at the last part of the time. So he decided to just kill some gods to get more power and to get more powerful. And he easily overpowered the 3 Thors. So the more gods he kills, the more powerful he will become. But the more he kills, the worse his mind becomes. And Athena notes that after Hades and Helios fell, his mind was becoming more unstable because of the weapon. But Kratos tells her, "Be gone, Athena. My mind has never been more clear. Once Hermes and the others are killed, Zeus is next. At this point in the story, killing the other gods was easy since now that Kratos had armor and incredible regeneration, and not only that, but now he can make black beasts that are just as strong as the other gods, and he found that he can make as many as he wants. First, it started at 5, then 10, then 20, until soon he had an entire army of thousands at his command. When it came to Hermes, he didn't just kill him, he tortured him before he killed him, making him suffer because he was serving the gods. After he tortured Hermes, Hermes asked him, "Why go this far? Why are you doing this? That weapon has destroyed your mind. You are no longer a god or a mortal. You are a demon, a devil, pure evil. Your mind is corrupted." And Kratos responded simply by saying, "The only thing that matters in the end is Zeus and my revenge." And with that, all he said was order his black berserkers to kill him in the most brutal of ways by ripping apart Hermes' body limb by limb until the god was nothing more but a husk, screaming until he died. Kratos soon murdered Hercules by fighting him and having his black beast finish off Hercules, each one of them taking their time killing Hercules slowly. Hera was soon to be killed by Kratos. He just ripped her head off and threw her remains off a cliff. I bet you guys are wondering, where is Pandora? Well, for the sake of the story, we'll put her in the final parts where she is brought to the flame of Olympus. We'll just say she found her way there somehow. You know what? We'll say Athena brings her. Like, she guided Pandora to the flames of Olympus. Yeah, we'll stick with that. So, we finally reached almost to the end of our journey. Kratos, along with his army of black beasts, finally encounters Zeus. Kratos states, "Father, it's over. Olympus has fallen. The other gods and the remaining titans are no more. You are all that is left. Are you ready to meet Oblivion, Father?" And Zeus responds to Kratos, "You have ruined everything. I have much work to do when you are gone. And after, I will just take that black weapon from you. It seems you cannot control it. Your mind is no more. All you are is a mad dog seeking revenge on the past that's no longer mattered." And Kratos simply responded, "It's time for your end, Father. It's time for you to die." And their incredible battle begins, father versus son. Surprisingly, Zeus is able to last a lot longer than the other gods and titans against Kratos, but Kratos soon overpowered Zeus and was about to kill him, until Pandora steps in, along with Athena. Now here comes the good part I thought about it. They beg Kratos to stop his madness. It has gone too far, and it's gone long enough. For a brief moment, Kratos came to his senses and realized what toll this blade had on his mind and what he's truly become. But Zeus sees it as an opportunity to take advantage of Kratos, and he cuts Kratos' arm off, severely wounding him. Then Zeus, out of anger and frustration, kills Pandora right in front of Kratos, destroying her completely. Deep down, in the back of Kratos' mind, he remembers his daughter Calliope and his wife being killed at the hands of him by a pest of Ares tricking him, and how the gods toyed with his mind and lied to him over the years. He remembered all of this and became to his senses, remembered the reason why he sought revenge. Kratos used the Necrosword to regrow his arm and cleave Zeus in two, destroying him in the most brutal of ways. With his mission complete, he was all alone. No more gods, no more titans, no more pain, but also no more hope for the world. Athena states to Kratos that there is still hope. Pandora still remains. Well, her essence remains. Kratos' mind is clear now of the all-black Necrosword because of Pandora's voice and Athena helping him. He desired to place the remains of Pandora in the flame of Olympus, and using the power of hope to save and cleanse the world. Kratos then decided that he needed to answer for his crimes, so he cast himself aside, cast the All Black aside, and fell into the sea so he could die for his actions and his sins. So, how was that for a what if, guys? Now, let's do a little brief breakdown of the Necrosword and how powerful Kratos would be if he had it. Also, this is not the end of our tale. I will be doing a version of this in God of War 4 to see how the Necrosword played out in the Norse pantheon. So, with that out of the way, let's break into the abilities and the power Kratos would have if he had the Necrosword. So, for example, Gore went from being a fodder human to be able to destroy gods that can wrestle black holes for fun, and to completely defeat gods who are at least universal plus to multiversal plus, like modern Thor and old King Thor. Gore scales old King Thor, who had the Odin Force a lot longer than Odin did, making him on par, if not stronger than Odin. And Odin has shown low multiversal to multiversal plus feats time and time again. For starters, when Surtur died, his flames which engulfed Otherworld, being free, therefore going to consuming all of reality, Odin got called and casually nullified the fire that was going to destroy the World Tree. During Journey into Mystery, we also have an immense feat where Seth was amped and fighting a weakened Odin. Their battle was echoing across every plane of existence, and they were destroying the very fabric of the Marvel Multiverse. And the Asgardian World Tree is a kind of map. The 9 realms you recognize as a part of Yggdrasil are just a tip of an infinite iceberg. What you know as worlds are universes fully formed and complex. Heimdall states, all of time and space laid out before me, the whole of the World Tree and its branches, infinite in its complexity. Loki, in the one story, was able to see the infinite Asgards when he saw the full totality of Yggdrasil. And old King Thor, scaling off of all these feats, Gore would scale to him. So Gore would be at least high into multiversal plus quite easily, since he was able to clap old King Thor. Since Kratos scales the gods and titans that are at least multi-galaxy to low multiversal, Kratos will be high into low multiversal, if not multiversal, since he has the All Black, the Necrosword, and was killing many gods and titans, making him and the sword stronger than before. Some feats the gods and titans has that Kratos has fought in the games. Here are a couple of conversations with the lead writer and the lead artist, and both of them confirmed that the universe was created by the primordials. Furthermore, the second statement actually confirms that this universe is filled with galaxies, and that is a proper confirmation of the universe. This is also confirmed that the statement of the Titans and the gods scale the primordials. Once more, the artwork dictates and depicts that the primordials, and Uranus is named the creator of the heavens. The sky in God of War is referenced as infinite. Sky, universe, heavens, and cosmos are used interchangeably. 2 timeline statements that Kronos overthrew Uranus. The timeline statement was from the godofwar.com, and when Ascension was the newest game to reveal that it was being promoted. Likewise, the statement was repeated on their website, on the Facebook website, just a few months before Ascension was released, and it also confirmed that it states that it's true that Kronos did indeed beat Uranus. The God of War 1's website says that Zeus and the Olympians wrestled control over the universe while away from the Titans. It was stated that if the world pillar was destroyed, the living world would collapse into the underworld. It would have destroyed all of creation. A second timeline statement posted along with this one refers to all creation was at stake. during the events above, with the world pillar at risk of being destroyed. Persephone, who conducted the plan to destroy the world pillar, says herself here that all that came before will end, when referring to the world pillar's destruction, meaning all of creation will come to an end. These are just a few of the feats Kratos was scaled to, and he did fight and defeat Kronos and the other Olympians, which would include Zeus. So if Kratos is able to fight and kill beings that are already multi-galaxy, the low multiversal, you give him the Necrosword to boost his power for each god he's killed. That's an incredible amount of power he would have. Not to mention that Kratos would have many abilities under his belt that he wouldn't normally have. For starters, he can use the Necrosword to create many weapons and other defenses to use against in battle, basically like constructs. He can create arrows and fire them, and also create tendrils and whips. He can form armor to protect himself and make shields. He can regenerate severed limbs, so if a limb is cut off, it will just grow back. Kratos can also create these black monsters called the Berserkers, just like how Gore was able to do when he kept making many of these black Berserkers to use against old King Thor, modern Thor, and young Thor. And Gore can create thousands upon thousands of these black beasts who are able to scale to Thor in speed and in power. So Kratos can make thousands of these black beasts just the same as Gore did. The All Black can create tendrils, constructs, and consume people into the dark void of darkness. But like I said before prior in this video, there are some side effects to the Necrosword if it's used too long or if you're not used to it. Remember when I said the sword was going to drive Kratos mad? The Necrosword seems to have a sentient life of its own and some mind control abilities. The Necrosword was able to corrupt Gore's mind to the point where he was subconsciously betraying himself. Some side effects are you're not able to be, you're just consumed or corrupted by it and have an aggressive nature with the blade, or if you're wield it for a long period of time. It came to a point where you are allowed the blade to corrupt you, as when Thor took possession of the All Black, and it took Thor and almost drove him mad. Even Skyfather Thor, or Old King Thor, was under the control of the All Black for a period of time until he came to his senses. So if you get too consumed by the Necrosword, it will corrupt your mind and make you go mad. So with all of this under Kratos' belt, the Greek Pantheon would get slapped, cocked over, 100 times over by the Kratos if he has his blade in his hands. So you get the idea. Kratos would be far more of a pain to deal with if he had a Necrosword in his hands. The Greek Pantheon would have been pretty much done real quick. But that's the end of the video. If you like the video, please hit like, share, and subscribe. Also comment down below. Hit the notification button for more videos. Also, subscribe to my second channel, Orochi Station, if you want to listen to the debates up there that are going to come out. Stay tuned for more videos to come out, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.